Hi, we are going to continue the web design project. This is a list of suggestions how you should use this video. The notes for this video can be found here. Which is loaded here. Okay, so now we are into the step 3. We slice the image and we exported the image, slice it, export the images, and images are now here in C10 Web Design 2026 33 navigation. So all the images are here. Okay, before I move on, I want to highlight that when we export the slice, so let's say I open up my index in Photoshop. I'm going to open up both the index and the contact us in Photoshop. Okay, so this is the index page. Let me just go and view and fit on screen. And I'm also going to open up the contact us. Right click, open with Photoshop. So contact us is here. So we slice the image. As you can see, the slices are all here. Let's say you want to export the slice. So we did it in the last video. I just want to highlight, if you try to do an export, save for web legacy, and zoom it in, alternate zoom out. So if for any reason when you change the readings here, they are not selected, one thing you can do is play with the slice select tool. If you just drag around everything, they will select everything, and then you can, change the quality here before you do a save. Okay, so use that, zoom it out, use the slice select tool to select everything. Okay, before you export. Just saying, some of you may realize even after you change this, you just export as a GIF because the default was not changed for some reason. You can do that to fix it. Alrighty, let's move on to the next step. I'm just going to keep this on and use the move tool so that I can explain from here. So the next step we are going to do is we are going to do the actual coding, 3.3 navigation, and we are going to use Bootstrap framework. So the first thing you do is to save your Bootstrap framework and save it here. So to go to the Bootstrap framework, you go to my page, go to step 3. There is a link to the Bootstrap framework, so you can click on it. And after you go to the Bootstrap framework, there's a download button here. So you click on the download button. It's really small. Or if they change the website, the download button may be somewhere else. Just look for the download button, okay? So click on the download and look for the compiled CSS and JS, not the source code, because you don't want to compile it. So you just use the compiled version. Click on download. And the Bootstrap framework will be downloaded here. Open up the Bootstrap framework and double click on the zip to open up the zip. So this is the whole folder for the Bootstrap framework. I want you to copy it to 33 navigation. So just drag this over to 33 navigation. And then you can close this. You can clear the download, wherever. So your Bootstrap framework is here. And if you go into the folder, you realize there is a couple of CSS files we are going to use. Okay, and one of the, later we're going to talk about the CSS files. Inside are just all the Bootstrap CSS classes that you're going to use for your code. And then the JS files are here. These are the JavaScript files you are going to use for your code. And basically that's it. So somebody wrote this and then you can download it, can use it. But I don't like the link because they tell you, although they tell you, the good thing is they tell you which version of the Bootstrap it is. The bad thing is if you change a version, all your link will break. Okay, so I don't really like it. So here I have an example. Okay, if you look at example 1, which is just I say that I want to change my Bootstrap framework to bootstrap_dist, the folder. So you must rename this to bootstrap_dist. Okay, to match the link, bootstrap_dist. If you don't match the link, your Bootstrap framework won't work. Okay. So the second thing I want to do, I want you to just let me close this. I want you to download this eg001.html into this folder so that you can start use the code. I actually get the template from Bootstrap website, but I put it here so it's easier for you to use. Okay, so you just do a right click, save link as, save into your CTEM. Web design 33, navigation, and just save it over there. eg001, do a save. Okay, and then rename this to index, INDEX. Okay, so now you have an index that you can work with the Bootstrap dist. So if you double click on this, or right click and open with Firefox web browser, you realize that this site actually works. Okay, this file actually works. Richard Ricardo Online Movie Club. If you get your link wrong, let's say you make a mistake here, you forgot about, let's say you change the name, okay, and then the link broke, immediately this thing will collapse. Okay, it's not Bootstrap, it's just a normal HTML file. So you must have the link as bootstrap_dist. And now if you reload, it works, and then you can see they resize according to the size of the screen and is responsive. So the reason is because the link here is, the reason is because the file here is, this is the link. So they must be the same. The name must be the same. And let's look at what you're actually going to work with. So in the CSS folder, you are going to use this bootstrap.min.css. If you open this to Notepad++, you realize that this is the Bootstrap file, somebody gave it to you. And everything is one big line. Although it's open source, they give it to you, they don't like you to change it. So all the semicolons are just one after another, so it's very difficult to read. They don't want you to change it, okay, although you can read it. And then the next file they are going to use is in the JS folder, which is the bundle.min.js. Sorry, bootstrap.bundle.min.js, which is this file. Again, it is a one-line file, a lot of JavaScript functions, huge functions. If you're interested, you can read them. And then all the keywords. So later we're going to change this, okay? All right, let me close this. So obviously you don't want to edit this in Notepad++ because it's difficult, although you can. I'm going to just leave it here. And I'm going to create a Dreamweaver site to point to this 33 navigation. Okay, so you open Dreamweaver. If you do not have Dreamweaver below, you can go and look for Adobe Dreamweaver. But for me, I have the Dreamweaver below. So I'm just going to just click on the Dreamweaver below here and open it up. Okay, let me close what I was working on. Now I want you to do a site. Close whatever you're working on and create a new site. And browse the site to C drive, temp, Web Design 2026, 33 navigation. So this is where you hold your website. Okay. Select the folder. I want to create a name called CSCI 3350 Lee's Martial Arts. Okay. Sample site. And point to that folder. So do a save. And now let me just go and workspace layout reset standard. So everybody look the same. So I can now double click to open the index. All right, so this is my index page. Let's change this to live view and split view so I can look at my code below and a little bit of the view on top. Okay, so there's a couple of things I need to do. The first thing I need to do is I want to rename my file. So obviously the title is not Richard Ricardo Online Movie Club. It's Lee's okay. And then the link, I explained that keywords, obviously not these keywords. Keywords would be okay. So we need a local style file to store all the CSS. Okay, and this is obviously not a good name, so I'm just going to rename it style.css, and this file does not exist. So I'm going to go to the folder here and just right click, new text document, style.css. Are you sure? Yes. So now, if you save this, style.css will appear here. So now you can move between the source and the style. Okay. So if you want to look at output, come back here. I think I already opened it, but let's just do it again. So this is the Richard Ricardo Online Movie Club. Sorry, it's here. This is the Richard Ricardo Online Movie Club, and they are responsive. And it is not the boring Times New Roman font, so we are good. Okay. All right, I'm getting too long. The video is getting too long, and this is a good place to stop. So later we are going to start coding to make the website look like this. Okay. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.